Hello Shisha, welcome. Today we're going to discuss NTSE Stage 2 2013 question paper. As usual, let's continue with a quote. It seems to me that people have vast potential. Most people can do extraordinary things if they have the confidence or take the risks. Yet most people don't. They sit in front of the telly and treat life as it goes on forever. You know, we have this normal view of life. We always think that no one is going to ask me what should be done. Not only you, even it could be a case of a lot of adults. They just want to survive their life. It's not actually meant meant for anyone. So if you want to be, look at the new horizons of life, you should be always take certain risks and keep on working, not just limiting yourself before something. All right, I hope you take enough risks and succeed in your academic and personal life. All the best. Let's continue with the first question. An animal cell, a plant cell, and a bacterium share the following structural features. So we can see a lot of things here. So cell organelles are not present in bacterium. So make sure that you do not have a much complex cell organelles here. Endoplasmic reticulum cannot be seen in the bacteria, and mitochondria, no, and cell wall, no, not all. I mean, next, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and ribosomes only are the structures which can be seen in all of them. So option 4 is correct here. Next, question 2. Given below are the figures of three kinds of muscle fibers. Which ones would you find in the grasshopper legs? The structure. First one is simple muscle. Um, and second one is the skeletal muscle. Third one is the cardiac muscle. Closely observe them. And here have to go with the one particularly in the muscle of the grasshopper legs should require to move. So you always require this skeletal muscle for the function. Right. Next, let's continue with the third one. A plant that has well differentiated body, special tissues for transport of water and other substances, but does not have seed or fruit is an. So you can say it's a pteridophyte because it has special tissue for transport means it gradually developed the vascular tissues, and so option 4 is correct here. So Raju was suffering from severe stomach pain, and doctor diagnosed that he was suffering from peptic ulcers and treated him with antibiotics. He was relieved of pain. What could be the reason for peptic ulcers? So we have a lot of things here, but we knew that Helicobacter pylori is the one which causes the peptic ulcers, and these antibiotics are going to act against it and reduce the pain. Next, question 5. The average temperature of the earth remains fairly steady as compared to that of the moon because of the, so we knew the conditions atmosphere, so where the gases are being recycled through what we call as biogeochemical cycles, and rains will keep on coming. Next, question 6. In flowers, which one of the following conditions will increase chances of self-pollination? So I think we've seen this one in the earlier paper discussion, like an image. Stamens are just above the stigma of pistil or in a flower, whereas the other ones may not be going to provide a suitable condition for self-pollination. Alright, next question 7. Photosynthesis is an aquatic plant was measured by counting the number of O2 bubbles coming out of the cut end of the plant. What will happen to O2 production if you use a pipe blow air from your mouth into water in a beaker? Sorry, there is an error. Okay, next. I knew this experiment very well now. You can see air from mouth contains O2, which is being added to the plant, hence increase in O2 production. because O2 and O2 it's not actual composition in case of plants. Next, air from mouth contains CO2, sorry, which is utilized in photosynthesis, hence increase in O2 production. So this is corresponding the correct one. So bacteria from mouth will infect plant, hence reduction of O2 production. No, water is already in contact with air, hence air from mouth will have no effect. Obviously the option 2 is correct here. Next, question 8. A person with blood group A can donate blood to the persons with blood group A or AB because it has. So if you have a chart, if you can make a chart, it's really easy to solve this kind of questions. So has both A and B antigens? No, he is A group, so he'll have only A antigens and B antibodies in his blood. So has only A antigens and B antibodies. So I already told you the answer. So third one has only B antigen and A antibodies, and 4 does not have any antigens and antibodies. Obviously it's wrong. It doesn't correspond with the blood group. So option 2 is correct here. Let's look at question 9. What would happen to the person if cerebellum of his brain damaged? So it's going to correspond, the function of the cerebellum is to provide the stability to stand, so it cannot stand properly. Next, question 10. Which of the following statements are correct? So tapeworms are hermaphrodites and undergo self-fertilization. Okay, earthworms are hermaphrodites and undergo self-fertilization. Okay, tapeworms and hermaphrodites but undergo cross-fertilization. Earthworms are hermaphrodites but undergo cross-fertilization. So here you can see option D and A is correct. Okay, both of them are hermaphrodites, but we have some differentiation. Whereas earthworms, the opposite, the two earthworms will actually undergo the fertilization, where in that situation only the sperms transfer will take place. Next, question 11 and 12 looks like a passage-based question. A group of red beetles lives on green leaves of a tree. Beetles multiply through sexual reproduction. One day, some green beetles are seen among the red beetles. Green beetles breed to produce green progeny. Crows on the tree eat beetles. Some green beetles appear among red beetles because uh, it's actually due to natural variation. Um, Obviously, the option 1 and option 3, 4 may not be considered as right ones because it's not going to anyway uh, cause most of the environmental changes in a very short period, right? Next, question 12, I think the continuation. The color composition of beetle population is likely to change in following manner. So, more green color beetles survive than red. The reason is that red ones are easily identified by the crows, so the green ones are going to be remain for a long time. Next, question 13. So, which in the following chain, who gets less energy than the tertiary consumer and more than the primary consumer? So, I think it's a bonus question here. For example, if you want to find the perfect one, so food chain gets less energy than the tertiary consumer and more than primary consumer. Yeah, I think its question is completely confusing. I don't think we can go with any options here. Next, question 14. So non-biodegradable and fat soluble pollutants such as DDT enters the food chain, the pollutant. So we know that its biomagnification magnifies its concentration in each trophic level and degrades in trophic level. It doesn't happen, accumulates in the body. Even it's not decrease in concentration at each. No, if it is so, there might not be much pollution to the carnivores. Alright, so that is the end of this paper discussion. So catch you soon with the other paper discussion.